It's always great to see you.
I love being here.
I love having you on the show. I can't wait to talk to you about it. First of all, congratulations on 2 Emmy nominations. That's what I'm talking about. Come on.
Thank you.
You're nominated for acting in the show
Yes.
All Her Fault, but then you're also nominated as a producer on Margot's Got Money Troubles.
Got Money Troubles.
Hey,
Yes.
come on.
Very exciting.
Double whammy.
Yes.
And I saw that your sister, Elle Fanning, who was in
Yes.
that show, also got
Yes.
nominated for 2 Emmys.
She did, yeah.
Come
as a
on.
producer and an actress
Talented
on the show.
family.
Michelle Pfeiffer, Nick Offerman.
Yes.
It was so much of the creative team got nominations too.
Did you and your sister call each other when you got nominated? Or?
Well, it was really funny. So I was working in France when the nominations came out. So it wasn't like the early morning wake up, you know,
Yep.
like usually it's really early in the morning when they call you. It was late afternoon, and I was so excited and like really surprised to be nominated. It's just so thrilling. Elle, hadn't heard from Elle. I knew where she was. I was like, oh, she's going to Wimbledon. Hadn't heard from Elle. Got a panicked text from her. I can't be on my phone, but I'm so excited because she was in the royal box behind the Queen, directly behind the Queen.
No!
And couldn't be on her phone.
Can't be on your
all.
phone at Wimbledon.
So
The
I don't know
Queen?
what she did, if she like pretended she needed to go to the bathroom or
Yes.
something to like
Her
text
phone
and
must have been
call,
exploding,
but she
like-
couldn't be on the phone, so we couldn't like celebrate together in the moment. So we had to do it when she was done. So it
That's
was like
so fun.
lots of exciting things that day. Meeting the Queen, going to Wimbledon, Royal
Yes.
Box, Emmys. It was
And
great.
getting nominated for Emmys.
Yeah, it was great.
I'll give her my best.
I
you,
will,
please?
yeah.
You guys have never really been in a film before, right?
No, she's played me younger twice.
Right.
But we've never acted together until
Now.
we just finished doing a movie together for the first time.
And when will that come out? Next year? Or 2020?
Yes, The Nightingale. It's based on a book that has a lot of fans, and it's coming out March 19th, 2027.
Were you nervous to act with your sister?
We were very quietly nervous about it. I think we didn't really want to tell the other one how nervous we were. We were like, are we gonna laugh? Like, are we gonna be able to keep it together? Like, it's the person that knows you the best in the world that you
You're
are
super
acting
close.
with. And we're super close. And we were
Did you used to act
a
when you
little
were, like-
silently panicked. We totally acted in our playroom together. That's sort of how we both learned to act, I feel like. And then I was nervous because she had made it clear that I was not allowed to do any like older sister behavior on set. Like I had to treat her like I would treat any other actor. And I did for the most
Yeah,
part.
for the most part, yeah, but it slipped in a little bit.
But right towards the end, there was a scene we were doing together, and it was like this really hot room, and we were on this couch, and I was like, move your leg. And she was like, my leg has been here all day. And I was like, no, it hasn't. Get off of me. Like, I'm too hot. Like, you're sweating on me. She was like, you're sweating on me. I was like, stop talking. It was the only, it was literally like one of those. And it was the only fight. I mean, by the way, quote unquote fight. It was like not a fight.
Yeah.
But the crew was dying because we had kept it so together the whole time, and they were dying.
You really are sisters. Yeah,
because it was so sisters. Like,
That's
it was
so fun.
totally a sister little tiff.
Well, please come back when that film comes out.
I will,
But I want to talk
yeah,
about
I'd
your
love
new
to.
film right now. It's
Yes.
called The Sun Never Sets.
Yes.
It's fantastic. You're getting rave reviews. Congratulations. It is set in Alaska, where during the summer months, the sun never sets.
Yeah,
Did
stays
you
light
experience-
all day long.
did you experience that?
Yes, we filmed.
Is it odd?
I absolutely loved it. I thought it was like so neat. You would walk outside at like 11:30 p.m. and there would be like kids in a park playing on a playground with their parents. Like it looks like a little dusky, but it's really doesn't really get that dark.
Does it mess up with your sleep or anything?
Didn't bother me at all. I loved it.
No.
I loved it. Jake Johnson, who's also in the film,
He's great as well.
He's so amazing, but he did not like it. It drove him crazy.
It is gorgeous,
But it didn't
by the
bother
way.
me at all. Yeah, it's so beautiful.
It's beautiful. And we've talked before that you're not really an outdoorsy person.
Not so much, but when you do go to Alaska, it like begs you to be outdoorsy. I feel like you kind of have to participate in nature because of how beautiful it is. But I'm definitely more like go on a light, nice walk with a spritz in my hand is more my vibe.
I like that vibe too.
Yeah, so that's
Aperol
like-
spritz.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But we went on this whale watching tour when we were in Alaska and had the most stunning day went to Glacier. We saw pods of orcas, like every animal that you could possibly see on this
Holy
tour,
moly.
we saw. It was like the best. And then at the end, when you get to the glacier, the ice that's in the water, they make you drink with the glacier ice. And so I was like, I got my spritz at the end.
Oh my God, so you got everything,
I got
wow.
my spritz at the end
got
of
it
the
all
outdoorsy
done.
adventure.
Well
I was
done.
like, this is perfect.
Smart. I'm traveling with you. You're good luck, but also, by the way, you operated a bulldozer in this.
Oh my God, yes.
Of course,
It's like the
any-
coolest, according to my guy friends, it's like the coolest thing I've ever done was
Yeah.
like the video I sent them of me operating this bulldozer. They were like, that is sick.
Yeah.
They loved it, yeah.
You really got to bulldoze stuff. I mean, but is it fun? Do you feel indestructible? What is it?
So I learned that day how to do it.
Wow.
Shout out Brian, my teacher, who's also in the film.
To operate a bulldozer?
Yes. I was like, everyone, as long as everyone is really far away, keep them really far away, because I'm like swinging this thing around, like trying to learn. But I learned how to do it. I do it in the movie, you'll see it.
How do we set up what the movie's about?
So the movie is simply, it is kind of a love triangle between me and Jake Johnson and Corey Michael Smith. But it's kind of a reflection on relationships in today's day and age and like the modern world of dating and how complicated life is and how, you know, how complicated love and relationships are. And it's written and directed by Joe Swanberg. And his
Yeah, oh my
process
God.
is that, you know, you kind of all collaborate on this idea and there's an outline and then a lot of it is improvised and
So
you
there's no
bring a
real-
lot of yourself to it.
There's no real. There's a script.
Not a traditional script. You know, I didn't have to memorize any lines at night, which was a new thing for me. I would go home at the end of the day and like look at what we were doing the next day, and I was like, well, I guess I'll just have to make it up tomorrow.
Is that nerve-wracking?
It was a little bit, but I felt so supported and safe with Joe and Jake and
He knows what
Corey,
he's doing.
and
He's done
he
this before, right?
I trusted him implicitly, and I knew that he wouldn't let me fall, and he didn't.
And he didn't. I'm going to show everyone a clip, but is there anything we need to set up before we see this clip?
This clip is one of my favorite scenes in the movie. It's between me and Jake Johnson, and it's a fight that we're having, which you'll see in a men's bathroom. And at one point, like, the absurdity of having a fight in the men's bathroom just like took me out of the moment for a second, and I started laughing, and then Jake started laughing, and we kind of still kept going and went with it. And then Joe was like, do that again, because it really is like I've definitely been in fights with boyfriends where something happens and then you just start to laugh. Like
You have to start laughing.
Yeah, and so the way that the process of making Joe's movies works is you kind of go with what's
And so
happening in the moment.
And he used that in the movie.
Yeah.
And it turns out great. Here's Dakota Fanning in The Sun Never Sets. Take a look.
It's not your place.
Yes, it is.
No, it
Know
isn't.
that I come here. I do trivia all the time. You hate trivia.
I like it tonight because I was invited.
Please.
And that's why I came, because I was invited by my person.
Trying to make me jealous. Whatever the
Her name is Sarah.
I don't care what her name is.
You're acting like a maniac. You're standing in the men's bathroom. This is so crazy. Get out of here. It's taking a piss. My God.
Come on. Well done. Dakota Fanning, everyone. The Sun Never Sets is in theaters everywhere. September 4th. More tonight, after the break. Stick around, everybody.